love it. I love it. What's up, everybody?
I'm late. I'm sharing.
Welcome to Coffee Table Chronicles. It is Thursday, January, was it 18th?
Sure.
Yeah, 18th. Holy shit.
Dude.
What?
It's almost the end of the month.
I know. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
What have you done this month?
Too much. What's up, John? What's up, Dad? Mom? Good to see you guys on.
Say hi to everybody.
Say hi to everyone. Say hi to everybody. Why do I feel like that's the scene off Christmas Vacation? Say hello, everybody.
What?
Yeah,
is that really in there?
Yes, it is. Remember when
I can't share it to everybody. They're just going to have to. It is what it is. I get so distracted because you have to go down your line and I'm like, did I do these people already? Did I not?
That's why I usually do it before the show, but you didn't have time. So,
there's a thing called work and it gets in the way.
Oh, trust me, I know. Believe me, I know.
Speaking of which, get on the rumblers.
I just got back from Memphis.
How cold was it?
It was fucking cold.
Fucking cold?
Yeah. When I landed, it was 6 degrees. And it had just snowed the day before. So there was plenty of snow on the ground.
You made me a snowball.
I did. If you did like that.
So cute.
Well, you never really
tried to make a snowman, but
no, it was too powdery. Well, where I was where I made the snowball, I was at Graceland, and it was kind of, the snow was kind of wet, so it packed nice. So that's how I was able to make it a snowball.
Those are those ones you're supposed to throw at people's face.
Oh yeah, that hurts. But the one by the hotel was all powdery, so I couldn't do anything with it. It just fell apart.
Where was the ice crystals?
Oh, that was someplace we went for lunch. The icicles, yeah. So being that Lindsay hasn't really been around snow and hasn't got to enjoy it, I figured I'd share a little bit with her. So
yeah, I didn't get any of the cold either. It was great.
What's up, all you rumblers out there?
I was in front of the fireplace and I was like, it must be nice.
Yeah, it must have been. You know, it's the first hotel. A very pretty hotels. It's an older hotel. It was a Hilton, but the lobby was huge. I mean, there's 20 floors in this thing, right?
Yeah, and when I looked it up, it was like whoop.
Yeah, the lobby went up probably 6 or 8 floors. I mean, it was freaking huge.
Really?
No heat anywhere in there. Like it was free. It was just as cold in the lobby as it was outside. And everybody who works there, they're all bundled up. I'm like, you guys don't have a little fan or something or a heater?
Like a little heater under your desk? Come on now.
It was crazy. So yeah, it was interesting. And even the hallways walking in the room.
That makes me cold. Just thinking about it.
So I had a sweatshirt on and a coat on.
Yeah, you had your lovely Arizona sweatshirt.
Yep.
That thing is
nice. Super warm.
It's super fuzzy on the inside. I was going to steal it.
It is really nice. You can have it.
It's way too hot for me.
I don't plan on going back to sub-zero temperatures anytime soon. So
don't say that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not.
Then somebody's going to call you and be like, hey, we need you in New Jersey.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Don't say that. All right, we got a packed show.
I feel like Memphis was colder than New Jersey.
I think it probably was. And even the people there were saying that's so unusual.
It never happened. Memphis. It was just for you.
So, yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm fucking blessed. All right, quick shout out to our sponsor, Americano Ammunition Coffee. Best coffee in Arizona. They just got a really good write-up today on Facebook.
Did they?
Yeah, somebody who went there for the first time really had a good review.
I send people there all the time.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I need to send them with my card and have them 10 cards they get in mine. Like I get a coffee or something. I send people there all the time.
That works. Hey.
Yeah, it's fine.
Support local business. That's what it's all about.
It's really good coffee.
That's the best coffee I've had.
Oh, so good.
It's delicious.
It's fresh. It's the freshest coffee there is.
All right, another shout out to our good friends at PraacTechPrep.com for all your survival needs.
Tactical and prep. Yes. I was talking about them today too.
Were you?
I really was. I was talking to a girl, one of the chambers, and she was talking about pew-pews, and she was like, I want to get another one. And I was like, you got to go here.
Well, they've now created a promo code just for us.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I told her.
If you do PTP holster, you get 10% off any holster above $29.99.
I need a holster.
And if you do promo code PTP mag, you get 5% off any mag, $29.99 and up.
I need mag.
So go check them out.
Both of those. Can we use those?
I'm sure.
They're going to be like, no.
I'm sure Aaron and Dustin would.
Aaron will see our name and be like, denied.
So go check them out if you're local, or go check them out on the web. They have all your survival needs. Whatever you need. You need to order ammo from them.
They will order stuff for you.
Yep. So
they don't have it there. They will find it.
They will find it. Good group of guys. And our good friend at State 48 Plates, Mr. Eddie Press. He's another one that gave us a promo code. So it's for 10% off, use promo code CTC Patriot.
That's a good
10% off?
Yeah.
For his stuff? Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
And yeah, that's a good little, okay.
I want to do a commercial for Eddie because I want to show how he fits
Cinches
people.
somebody up.
Right.
We should have him come over and he can refit mine or
yeah,
whatever.
that's true. And
well, technically, mine isn't fitted because I had surgery.
Oh, that's right.
So mine's just, I think it's fitted to you.
No, I think, didn't he fit it loosely to you though? Like he did put it on. He couldn't even
put it on my shoulder.
I thought he did though. At the show. No? I thought he did for some reason.
We tried to. He wanted to, and then I just couldn't take the weight.
Huh, I'm mistaken. I'm mistaken.
See, Eddie, come on over, cinch me up, and we'll do a video. But that girl he has on there is way cute. We should get her to do it.
I lost where I was going. Sorry. Where was I?
Welcome to production.
Yeah, exactly. And go check out our brand new website and online store.
You've been working on it.
I have. So
it's really good.
CTCpatriot.com.
It's got our new shirts on there.
It's got our shirts on it. It has all the links to the shows. You can watch the shows.
Well, it's got the links to all the guys too.
Yeah, it's got all our partners on there, so you can go check them out right from our website. Kind of cool. So you can order shirts, and we even have Dad's books, Bios to Books on there.
Are we ctcpatriots.com?
Yes. ctcpatriot.com.
I like that.
Right?
That flows nice.
I like it.
Like that, just like ctcpatriots.com. I like that.
It's nice, huh? See?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just flows.
It just kind of like
flows off the tongue.
Are you laughing at me? You've been gone all week.
I am laughing at you.
You're upsetting my dog.
It's been a busy week, folks. It has.
You've been gone. You're upset at my dog. Our water heater broke. They fixed it. Like, this has been very dramatic.
Not only for work, though, but even like in the news, it's been a busy week. It's just like, it's crazy.
Did you see about the Teslas?
I did. I actually watched, somebody posted a video on Facebook. It was funny as hell. There's probably 10. There's one parking lot with nothing but Teslas.
All Teslas because it was near the charger. Down. Yeah, they couldn't get there. I was reading that one too. I was dying laughing. And there was something, I mean, I'm sure there's hundreds of them that have used this video since then, but it was something like where the robots go to die or something. Like, there was so much good stuff. It was so funny.
That's the same video I watched.
Yeah, hilarious.
There's a young kid who was saying that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Graveyard.
Yes.
It's fucking hilarious.
And I mean, what are you going to do? It's there. You're going to tow it home?
Well, the one guy said, now I got to have my car towed to the Tesla dealership. And the one guy said that they called the dealership and they wouldn't return their phone call.
No, because they probably have too many. They're like, we don't have any more parking spots. You can't bring it here.
Yeah, that's pretty goddamn funny.
But even still, is it the fact that it died? Like, when it truly, truly dies, can you not recharge it? Does it have to go back to the dealership?
That's a good question.
Or can you take it home and like slow charge it or something?
Well, the one guy said he sat there for like 3 hours, he said.
Yeah.
And had it trying to charge, and he
won't charge at a certain
I'm like,
at a certain temperature. It's like 20.
After 20 minutes, my ass will be out of there. I'd be like guess that ain't working.
16 or 22 degrees or something that the batteries won't even charge.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If you take it home, put it in your garage.
But batteries don't like extreme cold. They don't.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But once you warm it up in your garage, like, could you charge it then?
Potentially. I don't know.
Because the Tesla dealership ain't going to do.
I don't ever have to worry about it.
They're in the snow.
You know why?
I don't have one of them.
I'll never have an electric vehicle.
My second question with that is, so y'all live in the snow, okay?
Who's y'all?
All the people that live in the snow. Y'all snow people. Would you drive a car in the snow? Like, that's not a thing. You're supposed to have a truck or like a decent sized vehicle. You're going to drive a Tesla.
Oh, no. People drive
in the snow.
People drive cars.
I mean, I'm just from Arizona. I don't know
100%.
Stuff, but like, it just doesn't, doesn't go together.
Well, the problem was, John, the chargers weren't working.
Well, the chargers won't work, but the battery won't even take it. Right. At a certain degrees, like, the battery won't charge because your water inside the battery is frozen. And then I was reading, and again, it was after a bottle of wine, so I'm not sure how true it is.
Okay.
But I was reading that in like Canada, where it was like -50, that the batteries were breaking because the fluid, like physically breaking because the fluid inside of them froze, and fluid expands.
Interesting.
And I was like, well, it's -50, y'all. What are you doing?
Yep. Kind of crazy.
Again, it was like a bottle of wine in, so I'm not really sure how true it is, but I wanted to look it up. But I literally just got home. You really like your button, don't you?
I do.
That you can just.
Well, you notice I got rid of all the other buttons.
I do see that as well. There was editing that happened today. I see that.
Actually, it's just about 30 seconds before the show starts.
Oh, typical John. John, good job.
No, it wasn't John this time. Can't blame John.
Well, I mean, good job. But he's used to it.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. So John has prepped me for that moment, right? When I have to do something with 30 seconds left, I'm able to do it.
You're ready to do it
now. See,
good job without the stress and the
exactly.
And this was something that you wanted.
What?
To get the button done.
It's not
something that John just threw on you, and you're like, what?
No, definitely makes it easier. With
good job. We only have 2 buttons. There's only 2 options.
It's kind of nice. Because usually, if you guys never seen Stream,
can you edit it? Is it per?
Yeah. You can add buttons. You can customize. You can do anything.
So if we do have other people, you can add the other stuff in.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
I probably should set one up for.
We have people.
Another guest.
I mean, I don't really like people. So
you do. You like our guests?
Oh, I do like our guests. Yeah. I don't like people. Yeah, I don't like people.
I know you don't like people.
That's why I was like, I like people. What did that snow do to you?
All right, so we're kind of continuing on with the theme tonight from the last couple of shows. Season 3, episode 18. Is your food killing you? This is going to be an interesting conversation.
We talked about all the crap last episode.
Yeah.
Went into. Did we talk about exactly what was in our meals last time, or is that more
ingredients?
This one?
But that's more this one.
Okay,
right? We're going more into it. Let's start with some memes of the week first.
Oh, memes! I do have good memes.
You do.
I sent you good memes. This is what happens when I'm at home with a bottle of wine.
I know, right?
You like that one? That was earlier.
That was kind of disturbing when I looked at it.
It really is. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Target.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I like this one too.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, according to Facebook fact checkers,
it's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
It is, in fact.
It is, in fact, a squirrel.
A squirrel. Oh, I like this one too. I have to read it too because it gets kind of fuzzy on the bottom.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. I was just asked to not use my electricity from 2 to 8 to keep from destroying the grid, but I should run right out and buy the first electric car I can find.
So it's funny that you said that because I took a picture last night
of the robot cars.
No, the robot cars.
The cars that are stuck in the middle of nowhere.
No.
Oh.
Did I not save it?
Oh, this anticipation. Anticipation.
Huh? That's weird. I don't think I saved it.
You're killing me.
So it was an emergency alert that came over in Memphis. And
you were telling me about this.
It was thanking everybody for
not using their electricity.
Yeah, limiting their use on the electricity. So they must have had an issue. And
it's Memphis. It's cold as hell. And you think I'm not going to turn on my electricity?
For those of you in the Southeast, I have a question for you. So as I was driving through Memphis last night, I noticed all these blue flashing lights just randomly throughout the town.
Like on streetlights and stuff?
They were on. A couple were on the buildings, a couple were on poles, but they were just flashing, flashing
like
blue.
Light. Okay.
So I wasn't sure if it's is that like an ice warning or because there were a ton of them. There was probably 60 blue lights that I went past in the town, and they were just randomly flashing. And I was the gentleman I was with. I was like, "What the hell is it?" He's like, "I have no idea. I have no idea what that is." So the only thing I could think of it was like an ice warning or a winter weather warning or something. But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. So I don't know if you guys have it in your
What
state.
does the blue blinking light mean?
That's kind of general, though. I mean,
I know.
I don't think that's
a flashing blue light means your vehicle is an emergency service vehicle.
Yeah, see, no.
Outside the building.
No, they weren't cameras, Wendy, because that's what I first thought of, but. They were literally just lights on a pole.
Wow, don't just type in blue flashing lights outside. You get some weird stuff. Y'all.
Type in
blue flashing lights.
That means the Democrats are coming.
Oh, God. Is that like the trumpets from God? The blue flashing lights.
Put blue flashing lights in Memphis. I don't know. It was just weird. It was all over the town. Very strange.
First, it helps if you can smell Memphis.
Smell Memphis? You don't want to smell Memphis. It's kind of bad.
East Memphis blue. East Memphis.
Kmart blue light special.
Continue. Wow. I don't want to watch. I just want to read it. Sorry. There's like a weird pop-up on it. East Memphis blue lights. Driving home from Ridgeway to Sears Tower, I noticed that almost every street that connects to Park has a blue flashing light on a pole, which is connected to a white box, which I assume is a police logo. When did all these get installed? Is the answer fighting crime? Okay, that didn't help.
I think they're talking about the blue emergency phones, but no, these are just literally blue lights. I don't know. We'll research it. We'll find. I don't want to waste too much time on it.
I don't know. I can't read it. There's some stupid fucking pop up.
All right, we'll go on with the memes. We'll find it later and post it. You just don't have to.
Oh, it's supposed to make officers in the area. I don't know if that's true.
That's
probably not true.
There's way too many of them for that.
Okay. Stop making stuff up. Did you really think the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world are meeting in secret to discuss something that will benefit you?
They're not?
No. The WHO isn't? Did you watch the video earlier?
The WEF?
Oh, yeah, World Economic Forum. Sorry, I was like, what the did you just say?
I didn't say WTF. I said WEF.
I know, that threw me off for a minute. I was like, what the what?
What the what?
What the what?
I love this one. Internet stops working. Me. This is it. It's happening. Right?
We're done.
We're done. We're out.
That's like the light, the check marks go away. I'm like, bye-bye.
Yeah, we're done.
You're done. Oh, I did not.
You realize we're only streaming on 3 platforms right now.
I did just notice that.
Did you see that?
And I did just notice that I didn't tell people that they were supposed to be here. And I don't think I have their number.
We're dwindling down.
On
folks. What the hell are you reading?
Fucking John.
Oh. John likes to send stuff on this.
Rough night for the libs and rhinos. Trump won by a landslide in Iowa and Miss America doesn't have a penis. We're trending in the right direction.
That's funny.
Do you understand the look now?
Oh, that is funny.
Why do I get this shit? What the fuck?
Because
he knows I'm going to open it
I don't
and make
answer
a
my
fucking
phone.
face.
So
that's what he's looking for, is the face. It has nothing to do with anything else.
Sure. That's funny, John. Yes, he did clean up an aisle. We'll talk about that later too. We gotta wait. Lindsay's sharing out the show.
I know.
She's gonna get in trouble. Shouldn't share it. Here, I'll hit the down arrow.
Sorry. Why do you do it twice? Why is it gonna do that?
Because I don't want it to pop up automatically.
Oh.
So basically, the same people who claim that Trump would destroy the economy, start World War III, and crash the economy, are on track to start World War III. To do everything,
so
honestly, to do all.
Are we technically in World War III? Because so many people had to be involved, and we are now involved because we are now shooting and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What's all that good stuff?
Not the good stuff.
Not the good stuff.
All the stuff we don't need to be involved in. But is it technically? Just because nobody's announcing it, I got to look that up.
It's very. Remember, we looked that up before. What constitutes a world war?
It was so many.
It was not a. It was not
cute,
a definitive
like I remember.
number. It was multiple.
Multiple things are involved in it. Well, multiple people are involved in it.
I get that, but
so who's going to pull the fucking trigger and call it?
Do you want World War III?
Are we not already there?
Not yet. Not yet.
Why? Because we're not on.
We're not over there. We don't have boots on the ground yet.
Yes, we do. We sent them over last week.
Did we? I didn't know that. Do we have boots on the ground?
And Al Shazir's news told Al Shaziri, what is it? You fucking know.
God bless you. Al Shazir's.
Yeah, that's to them too. What's the news? You know what news I'm talking about. It's like Al Shaziri.
Now you got me saying it wrong because you fucked me all up.
Whatever it is.
Yes, you need a declaration of war from Congress. So stop talking about World War III.
Why does Congress have anything to do with World War III?
Because they declare war.
Well, Congress does?
They
for the world?
Not for the world, for us to be involved. Go to the next one. Getting offended by something posted on the internet is like choosing to step in dog shit instead of walking around it. That's true, right?
That's really good.
You get all the snowflakes that are offended by everything.
Touche.
Right? I agree with that.
So I did have that conversation today with somebody who was like, oh, we should be, I don't see you on Facebook. And I was like, no, you don't. And they were like, why we should be friends? And I was like,
no, you don't want to be friends.
So I'm going to tell you now that like My Facebook will probably offend you. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah. We can be friends if like you choose to walk around the dog shit.
What's your other Facebook page you have? You have like
Susan Faluti.
Susan Faluti. Yeah, that's what the Facebook you should give them. Is Susan Faluti.
I don't post anything as Susan Faluti. I should randomly post some shit as Susan Faluti.
That's the one you give them.
That's my stalker Facebook. She does good things.
I bet she does.
She's friends with everybody. I should give her a picture.
Oh, we can come up with a good picture.
Oh, yeah, I bet we can.
I bet we can. Yeah.
Susan Faluti.
Susan Faluti.
Go friend Susan Faluti.
Susan Faluti.
And it's literally spelled like Faluti.
Like flute, like the instrument flute, flutey.
We were 2 bottles of wine in when we made Susan Faluti. So
why do I think that was you and Amanda?
I was on the phone with her.
Yeah, how did I know that?
That's hilarious. She didn't know I was making it though, but that's funny.
What, did I do that? Yeah. Wonder why.
Wow.
Good stuff.
So when your husband literally knows you
you
like a book.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay then. Susan Faluti.
All right, make no mistake, the selection is not about 2 different men. It's about 2 completely different Americas. Choose wisely. I like that one.
That's good. That's a little deep.
That is deep.
Kind of deep for the show.
No, I don't think
Especially after Susan Faluti.
Susan Faluti just set the tone for the night. I hate to tell you. You're going to love our hooker of the week. Oh, you're going to love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even know who the hooker is. I had zero to do with the hooker.
All you have to do is watch the video and you'll know. All right, so let's start. What is in your food?
I don't know, but that's making me hungry.
Going back to the 2 meals that we made one.
Literally our meals.
Using
I cooked those.
Minimally processed, mostly fresh. And
we're going to go fresh to what we know is fresh.
We made one that was.
We learned last week that nothing.
Ultra processed.
Massively,
I would say.
Grossly. Look at those potatoes. They stand up like fucking buildings.
And in a society
think about those potatoes.
In a society that is mostly ran with ultra processed food.
Because it's easier and it's cheaper and it's all the things that easier was.
It definitely was easier.
Definitely was easier.
Not worth it in the end.
Oh, no, it's gross.
Definitely wasn't worth it.
It's really gross. But if you're not making the fresh stuff, how do you know?
That's true. That is true.
I can still. I went the wrong way. I'm so sorry. I got so grossed out by the potatoes.
All right. So
you know what we should do?
You are way off like tonight. You're.
I've literally been like up since 6 a.m. Like, yeah. We should make. You know how you make sandcastles? Like with the things.
Yeah.
We should do that with those potatoes.
It reminded me of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I wanted to make Devil's Tower out of it.
Yes,
just start carving it because that shit would have built up.
Seriously, I wonder if we could.
I know you could.
I don't really want to buy another one.
You remember mixing it?
Oh, I know. Do you know how much extra milk I added?
Do we leave that in the video where you couldn't get it off?
I don't know. I didn't watch the video.
You guys know if it was on there?
Like
Lindsay couldn't get it off the
beater. It was so gross. Like it was so, and it was thick and heavy and like.
Imagine what it did to your colon. It's probably still stuck there.
It's in there. We don't even know yet. It's been a week. It's still there.
All right. So
2 weeks. It's still there.
I took some of the ingredients. I believe this was from the potatoes, the instant potatoes.
Probably so.
So. Linda's got to prep for this.
I have to get ready for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still. Can you taste the texture of the potatoes in your mouth? I can taste the texture.
Well, I don't eat cardboard much, but that's what it tasted like.
But it was like chewy. It was like chewy, like a gummy worm.
It wasn't that chewy.
It was pretty gross.
It was gross, but it wasn't that chewy.
It was pretty chewy.
It wasn't that bad.
It didn't mush in your mouth.
I mean, you could have put more milk in it, but you already went above it.
I already went like 2 cups in. Come on now.
So.
And I really didn't want to waste the milk.
And it still was
gross.
Hard as a rock too.
Okay, sodium Bisulfite, a chemical mixture of NaHSO3 used in making paper. I'm just going to leave that there.
Leather, and it's a food preservative. So that's why it's in the food.
So it makes paper.
It makes paper. It's used in paper.
It probably softens leather.
Probably some with leather, yeah.
Because, I mean, leather's a cow and a food preservative.
So where does somebody's genius idea come in and say, well,
let's try it in
use
food.
Use it on leather, so let's throw it in food.
Well, we made paper with it.
Yeah.
And we used it on leather. So let's throw it in some food and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some drunk shit that people come up with, but like, who were you like softening your leather and it fell into your food?
So what happens if you get too much sodium bisulfite? You can have breathing difficulties,
burning pain in mouth.
Yep.
Chest pain from burns of the esophagus, which is your swallowing tube.
Yep.
Diarrhea, which is your poop chute. Drooling. Gagging
sensation?
Is that gagging sensation? Not gaggling, not like a ganglia. Vomiting, sometimes bloody. Well, because you burned your esophagus.
Yep.
And severe low blood sugar.
Pressure.
Oh, blood pressure.
Causing shock.
That's
pretty scary stuff. Of course, that's overconsumption. You're not going to have that.
We're going to play devil's advocate.
Right.
How much of this do I have to have? I'm assuming a shit.
Probably quite a bit. Well, maybe not, though. I mean.
But again, if it's in my chicken, if it's in my broccoli, if it's in my potatoes for dinner, if it's in my lunch for all 3 items I have for lunch, if it's in breakfast for all 3 items, I mean, that could technically be enough to push you over the edge. Mm-hmm. And again, at what milligrams? Is the potatoes more than the chicken? Is the,
And it didn't give, but
everybody's percentage is going to be different because everybody's body is different.
But go back to what you're saying, though.
If it's in every meal
you eat every day, 7 days a week,
that's a lot.
If that's what you live on, you're being exposed to that at a greater level than somebody like you or I would be.
Well, yeah,
so who knows?
I don't try to make potato.
I mean, if you do it twice a month, is it going to kill you? Probably not.
Probably not. But again, at what extent and how sensitive are you?
But the fact that you're putting something in food that you have to have this type of a warning on, you got to question it. You got to say,
okay, devil's advocate. Put my hat on. Everybody has effects to everything. You can make fresh bread and people can have effect. You know what I mean? Like,
you're purposely doing this, though. You're purposely putting this in food. Bread is bread. Grapes are grapes. Banana's a banana. If somebody has an allergic reaction to it, that's something different.
A nanner's a nanner?
You're chemically inducing food now.
Well, of course you are, because you have to put it in leather.
That's what I'm saying. So you're changing.
You have to put it in paper.
You can't use that same comparison. You can't use that same comparison.
But I'm like, everybody is same as a medication. Everybody's sensitivities are different.
I get that, but you're putting a chemical into food. Period.
Because
we don't have to get into the because.
No, we're gonna do what you're gonna do because.
You don't have to do because. The fact that just stop it at we're putting chemicals in food.
We are. Why are we doing it?
We talked about that to make it cheaper, to make it look prettier, to make it taste better.
Yes, but so this is for a preservative. So we don't live in these small little towns where you can go to the neighbor over here and get your meat and go over here and get your vegetables and do whatever. We are shipping across thousands and thousands of miles. So we have to have these food preservatives. Granted, we don't need dehydrated potatoes, but like you don't have those small towns anymore. You don't have where you can go to the farmer's market on the corner and pick up everything you need for the week and go home. You're not making your bread by yourself. You're not making your noodles. You're not doing any of that anymore. So you have to have these preservatives.
I guarantee you and I can eat 7 days a week and not be exposed to these chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed.
You can.
You can. You have to make the conscious decision to do it. So, all right, moving on.
Exactly. But I was playing devil's advocate.
I know.
That's why we got here. Because, leather and potatoes sound great together.
That's pretty much what it tasted like. Leather.
Oh, seriously.
So this was approved by the FDA in 1977.
The sodium bisulfite.
Yep.
Bisulfite?
Bisulfite.
Approved by the FDA for human consumption in 1977. So this was my thing. So as I was reading this, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, y'all, and it's fine, but zoom in once we're not
live,
and you can read it. So on the very bottom, there's lovely little parentheses that have initially, when it was made, March 15th, 1977. Then they have amendments, and I did not get, because, work, life. I did not get time to look these up. So I wanted to look these up. So it was amended again on July 9th, 1986. It was then amended again on March 15th, 1990. And then for a fourth time on December 22nd, 1994. I would love to see what these amendments entail.
So you just go to the FDA website.
Is it adding restrictions? Is it taking away restrictions? Is it looking into, like, we've done research on them? How do you get here? Like, does somebody just say, I'm going to look up Bisulfite and see what we can do with it today?
There's somebody sitting around a lab.
But again, is it because something happened and people complained?
Maybe they changed the amounts that you can use? You know, they regulate how much you can use.
Who got there to figure that out?
Right.
Like, that's my question.
Right.
So there's a lot in there.
So if you go to the FDA website, you can look up any of these chemicals that we're talking about tonight, and you can find them.
So I do enjoy this. First sentence. Well, number C, first sentence. Limitations, restrictions, and explanation. This substance is generally recognized safe when used in accordance with good manufacturing processes. So we're generally safe.
Yeah.
So we're not safe.
Generally is better than not safe, right? Go to the next one.
Wow. Making my nose itch. TBHQ.
Don't even try to pronounce it.
WPR. Oh, that's not that one. Okay.
Yeah, TBHQ is in a lot of food. I didn't realize it. It's in a lot of food.
Tert, but butylhydroquinone.
Butylhydroquinone.
Oh, that's pretty close.
You were the med student.
Oh, I never did this shit right. I made shit up all the time. I knew how to spell it. That was it. I never said it. God forbid they were like, pronounce this. I'd be like, no. I could spell it though. I wrote them all out. I made shit up on all of my stuff. Even my anatomy parts. I was like, yeah. You got your mass ass eater.
Wow.
Your mass ass eater.
She's in rare form tonight, folks.
That's really how it was. That's how setting was. I got people. They know. It's a synthetic aromatic organic compound, which is a type of phenol. It is a derivative. This just sounds bad. Of hydroquinone substituted with a tetrabutane group. Yeah, tetrabutahydroquinone has been commonly used as a synthetic food antioxidant to prevent oils and fats from oxidative deterioration. Studies that TBHQ could have genotoxic, cytotoxic, and immuno-inhibiting effects on your body.
Let's eat some of that.
So, wow.
It's not a natural antioxidant. It's a chemical antioxidant.
It's a synthetic
right. So it's
antioxidant. And it's not even an antioxidant like, oh, it's an antioxidant. Oh, antioxidants are good for you. Right. No, this has nothing to do with your cells. This prevents oils and fats from oxidative deterioration. So an oil and a fat already takes forever to oxidize. Like,
so what does that do?
It's oil-based.
How does your body break that down then? How did you,
I don't even know if it could, because it doesn't really break down fats already.
Right. Well, you have soluble fats and non-soluble fats.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. It just says fats. Like, what do we... And oils don't, that's all just... And that's in, like, everything?
That's in a lot of food. When I was looking it up, it's used a lot. That's every list.
That's TBHQ?
I did a lot of research on harmful additives to food, and it came up on every list. TBHQ.
That's awesome.
So that was in the potatoes we ate.
So genotoxic means that it's going after your genome.
Yep.
Cytotoxic.
Cells. It's toxic.
So your genome and your cells.
Yeah.
All things that you do not want attacked. And immuno-inhibiting means that it is...
affects your immune system.
Essentially turning you into an autoimmune human. So it's attacking yourself.
Yeah. Again, so I'll play your devil's advocate. At what level? How much of this do you have to have?
If it's doing this at any level, For someone like me who already has an autoimmune disease where my body's already fighting itself, do I need to add that shit in there?
I can't play devil's advocate on this.
You can, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it attacks you and you're normal, you're not going to notice it. But if I'm already immunodeficient and you're going to add this on top of it, this could be the thing that pushes me over the edge.
It could be, yeah.
This could be the thing that makes me sick. Oh, that's awesome. What's that in? Everything?
Pretty much. There's a lot of food.
Is it in hot sauce?
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
Then we're good.
Not in your hot sauce. You're good.
I need hot sauce. I need hot sauce in my life.
So obviously don't read this whole thing, but this has a big write-up. This was approved in 1972 by the FDA. How many amendments were there to it?
So we were made in March 15th of 77. Wasn't the other one? We're going back. I'm so sorry.
77.
March 15th, 77.
This is 72.
This was March 15th, 77. That's what it says.
It said it on the thing was 72, was it?
March 15th, 77. That's what the first one said.
That's the first date?
That's what it says. This one
report?
says March 15th, 77. Is that when we made the FDA? I'm sorry, we went the wrong way. Go back.
Keep going on.
Reverse. Okay. I'm so sorry, we're done. Amended in June 16th, 2015 and March 24th, 2023. That's a big... The other one had a bunch of amendments in it.
That's a big jump. We'll have to look up the amendments to see what they do.
Well, and it has like a number and a stuff in there, so it has to be.
Well, it's gonna be a record. It's gonna be a record number.
Yeah, it says 80 FR 32 40 76, and then it has the date.
Yeah,
but what does that amendment entail?
I don't know. We have to read it.
We
have to read and see.
Okay, I'm not gonna read that. I don't even want to get into that.
No, definitely don't read it.
Sodium silicomulinate. That's pretty good, right?
So sodium silicoaluminate.
Sure.
What word stands out?
That was pretty good.
What word stands out in there?
Sodium
and
aluminum.
Aluminum. And aluminum is what?
Metal. So salt and metal.
Not only a metal, but it's a heavy metal in your body, isn't it? Is an aluminum one of the heavy metals?
You know, it's like lead. It's fine. Lead's fine, right?
Yeah.
Totally good.
Nothing wrong with it.
There's no lead poisoning or anything.
So this is... You'll see it referred to as E554. You'll see that's how they actually listed on the ingredient.
Really?
E554. Yeah.
Well, because that's not scary.
It's not. People are like, what the hell is that?
It's not scary. They're like, man, it's just fine.
Yeah, you put silicoaluminate in there. You're like, what?
They're like, what? Sodium, aluminum, what? Silicate?
So it contains sodium, aluminum, silicon, and oxygen. So
oxygen might be the binding agent.
Probably.
As an anti-caking agent, sodium aluminum silicate helps prevent dry foods from clumping, forming semi-solid or solid lumps. Doesn't rice do that too?
Prevent clumping?
Isn't that what you put in your salt? You've never put rice in your salt?
I put salt on my rice. I've never put rice in my salt.
When you really? For me, Mom... Because he's not going to actually do it. When you have salt, it's a moisture thing. It pulls out. It helps it not clump.
Okay. But
pull the water out. Doesn't clump.
All right.
Same thing. I'm assuming.
That's why you throw your phone in a bag of rice, right? When you drop it in
it pulls out the water.
Okay.
See? Or you put it in the blanket heater if you're at work.
Do that too?
That happens too.
All right. So when was that approved?
I don't know. 2012.
So it's new.
That doesn't make me feel good.
It's relatively new. It doesn't have a big write-up either.
Nope. Product tolerance. This substance is generally recognized
They
safe.
always say that. Everyone says that. They're generally recognized as safe.
For use at a level not exceeding 2% in accordance with good manufacturing practices.
So they give a number. So they say 2%.
This at least has a number.
Right.
But 2% of what mass? It's like reading calories. I'm 0 calories. Well, yeah, if you put a drop of fucking liquid down, of course you're 0 calories.
Yeah.
So what percentage is that percent for the whole box? Does it say it?
No.
Of course it's not going to tell you percent. It's just going to say it's in there.
Yeah, it says it's in there.
It's totally fine.
So those were the big ones that I pulled out of the meal that we ate. So that was...
Makes me feel so good about what I ate.
It kind of makes me wish we didn't eat it at this point. I'm curious.
Potatoes were bad enough.
I'm curious in the audience and Rumble too. Did you guys know? I mean, not many people read labels. They don't read ingredients.
I mean, you do and you don't.
You do and you don't. You read like the first 5 ingredients, right? Typically, you
because
don't
those are
you
your
go down
main
that big
ingredients
list,
of the
right?
first 5. Yeah.
So
So you're like, oh, let's read and see what we got.
Did
But it's
anybody in the
all little
audience
shit.
realize or know that this kind of shit was in your food that you're eating? I mean,
But again,
I knew there was stuff, but I never dug into it
if
like
I'm
this.
reading the label and it says E554,
Yeah.
am I going to Google it and look it up? No, I'm going to make my shit and go on my way.
And I'm curious how far down. I'm going to look at the picture.
It is on there because is it just
no? I know it's on there, but how far down on the label?
Which label are you? Yeah, because they sent you a bunch of them.
Yeah, it should have been on the potatoes.
Because is it? I know it wasn't the first 5 ingredients.
No.
But even then, does it tell you a percentage? Like that says it's only 2%. Does it tell you how much is actually in there?
I don't think it does. I don't know why all my pictures
aren't loaded. I have it. Talk to the people.
Talk
to the people.
So I'm just curious. Comment in the comments. Even if you're watching on Rumble, shoot a message in the comments. Did you guys know that this kind of stuff was in the food? I mean, you know about the normal stuff.
Well, and even
right?
still, would it have made a difference if you did?
Sometimes it does, Christine. Sometimes it doesn't.
Why do I not have it? Okay, there it all is. Were those just...
There you go. You're getting into it.
So for the chicken,
go to the potatoes.
Potatoes.
That's what I'm trying to find. That's the broccoli, right?
Potatoes. So potato flakes, dehydrated potassium, but dehydrated. So then it's potato flakes, but in potato flakes, you have dehydrated potato mono and diglycerides preservatives, sodium acid phosphate, which was our first one, right? Sodium bisulfite and citric acid. So that's your main ingredient.
Yeah.
That is in your potato flakes. Then you have maltodextrin.
That's a sugar, right? Maltodextrin is going to be a sugar.
Should be.
Yeah.
Salt. And then these are the ones that contain 2% or less of dehydrated garlic, corn syrup solids. Corn syrup solids? I thought corn syrup was a syrup.
It is.
Okay. Corn syrup solids. Natural flavor. Not sure what natural potato flavor is, but apparently that's a seasoning. Palm oil, dehydrated onion, spice, monoglycerides, sodium cessanate, potassium phosphate, guar gum, TBHQ,
yep,
and sodium silicone aluminate. There it is. So it's 2% or less.
Okay.
So let me see if it's in our... But let me see if it's in our other stuff too. So sodium aluminate is in our broccoli as well. So now we have that there. I don't see TBHQ. Our chicken rib meat, water, following black pepper, corn with sugar, chicken broth, interjection, modified soup starch, flavor, onion, garlic, solder. No, that one didn't have any of those. So we had 2 foods that put that in our dinner.
So you're right. They do. Dad said they do put it in everything. So what choice do you have other than going 100% fresh? That's really what.
Because there's always going to be, and again, they have to preserve these things. They have to do all these things. So there's always going to be that other crap they have in there. But at what point do you say this is enough?
Well, where did that change? Because growing up, when mom would cook, she used a lot of fresh ingredients. I mean, I don't think they had the shit.
No, they had like the Campbell soups
they did that.
But that was about it.
But a lot of the stuff
your dinners was
fresh, right? I mean, would she occasionally use canned goods? Yeah, she'd use canned goods.
Sure, canned green beans, sure.
Box meal or something like that, maybe. But it wasn't every day, and
that was more of a treat, right?
Or a quick meal,
a special occasion. It wasn't every day. It wasn't Monday through Friday. That just wasn't what you grew up with. I think that kind of changed in the 90s, 2000s, where we had these teenage kids having kids of their own. Well, now they have to prepare a meal. Okay, great. So I can go get Hamburger Helper.
Yeah.
Put meat in it, put the rest of the stuff in the box, add water, and I'm good to go. I'd love to know that should be our next meal. Hamburger Helper thing.
Hamburger Helper.
With the noodles and the stuff.
God only knows what's in that. Jesus.
We have to eat it, right?
Make it fresh.
That'd be good.
Good fresh.
That's what I'm saying. If we do like a Salisbury steak or something like that, and then we compare it to the hamburger helper.
Yeah. But also your grocery stores back then had stuff that was fresh, right? I mean,
That's
like,
what
you said, now you're shipping it from other
Yep.
states, you're shipping it all the way across.
Well, and that's what you catered toward. You had, I mean, even growing up when I was a kid, you had a huge meat selection. You always had fresh meat. You always had fresh seafood. You had fresh vegetables, double what our vegetables are now.
Mhm.
Like you go into the vegetable section and it's so tiny. You have one squash.
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes they don't even have squash.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They don't always have zucchini. They don't always have all of those vegetables. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to frozen or you're going to go to canned?
That too. And, I don't know. You think there's more cases of both parents working in the household today than there was back in the day? I mean,
I think there definitely was.
That plays a role in it because they think they're saving time by buying this stuff.
But look at inflation, look at everything else. What other choice do you have?
Right.
Do you live poor on potato soup, which I have, it's delicious. Or do you have both parents work? But then what are you giving up with that? You're giving up the food, you're giving up nutrition, health, you're giving up all of that. Yeah. So what's your downfall? What do you miss the most?
Well,
it's all a choice.
We'll talk about this a little bit later, but it's also responsible for the rise in chronic disease over the last 50, 75 years.
Look at everything we're putting in ourselves. That's everybody's like, oh, it causes cancer. Look at everything we're putting in there. So they wonder why every single person has cancer now.
Yeah. And it is another cause of obesity, and we'll talk about that too. So,
well, that has to do with.
So there's a long list of
stuff.
Additives that cause cancer. I narrowed it down to 12. So these are the dirty dozen.
So nitrates, and nitrites.
It's found in cured meats.
Potassium brominate.
Add to flour to strengthen the dough.
Okay.
Which I never noticed that in flour before, but
I never read the ingredients of flour.
You think it's just flour, right? I mean,
it's just ground grain. Right, I would have never thought that there was stuff in it.
Yep.
That is awesome. Potassium paraben.
Probal paraben.
Sorry, I was just making shit up. I was putting the first one and the second one together.
Using pastries causes developmental and reproductive harm. That's good.
Doesn't the bee do that too?
So these next three are very common in foods: BHA, BHT, and then we talked about TB.
I've heard of those.
So butylated
hydroxinol.
Yeah, I can't read it.
Cured meats.
Again.
Cured meats, as in like
I would think
sliced meats.
I would think like deli meats would be
like
cured
sandwich
meats, probably.
Meats?
Yeah, sandwich meats.
Or like frozen chicken.
No,
and
I'm thinking more like the deli meats
bacon.
because it could be bacon. Yeah, bacon too. Well, you can buy uncured bacon,
I just buy from the pork shop.
So, because they cure it with sugar and
all that other crap.
But I know when we did the Whole30 and we were looking at stuff, they said stay away from deli meats because of that stuff. Because
it's got all the other crap in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like deli meats. So.
I know.
Okay. BHT.
Butylated hydrotoluene.
Found in cereals.
Yeah.
I do like me a good cereal though.
Cereal's got the worst crap in it though.
I know, but there is like
ingredients on it.
There is just something about sitting there eating a whole box of cereal. I don't really like milk much, so it doesn't happen. It's like every 2 or 3 years.
So
I just get a cereal. No, I like dry cereal too.
Yeah.
But I only like certain cereals dry. But there's just something about sitting down and eating some cereal.
So, you talk about false advertising. They say
cereal,
like Honey Nut Cheerios or Cheerios themselves. Good.
They help with your heart.
And, but if you really read the directions,
because it's got wheat in it.
In the ingredients, does it really help in your heart in the long run? Kind of makes you wonder.
I mean, cancer and heart issues are different, sir.
Two most deadliest in the world.
Oh, TBHQ is in Pop-Tarts?
Yep.
Man, I do love me a good Pop-Tart.
So this was interesting. It weakens your immune system and it makes vaccines less effective.
Oh, see, I eat my Pop-Tarts. Really?
Yep.
I do love me some Pop-Tarts, man. Do you like your Pop-Tarts cold or do you heat them up?
Both.
Oh.
I could eat them both ways.
No, they got to be cold.
I like them cold, and I
Gotta be
like to
cold.
eat them. It depends on the Pop-Tart, I think.
Really?
Rather eat oatmeal.
Oatmeal's good.
Like steel cut oatmeal, like just plain oatmeal.
No, it takes too long to cut. Steel cut oatmeal takes forever.
To cook?
Yes.
I don't think it does.
Oh, God, yes. An hour
Titanium
later.
Titanium dioxide. That just sounds bad, right? You have all those
Titanium.
carbon dioxide, all the
All
dioxides.
those are bad for you.
And then you add titanium into it. That just sounds bad. It's a color additive and it causes DNA damage.
It's great.
Good stuff. It's good stuff.
Sounds fabulous. Put me some titanium dioxide on my Pop-Tart.
Mhm.
BVO.
Brominated vegetable oil. Never heard of brominated vegetable oil, have you?
Stabilizes
Citrus
citrus
flavors.
flavors. Causes neurological issues.
Mhm.
It's good stuff.
I
Pop-Tarts frozen.
never had them frozen. Never had them frozen.
I mean, I would try it, but the
Like a-
TBHQ thing's kind of freaking me out.
Now the PFAS,
PFAS?
I could have. There's like 3 pages on this thing.
The PFAS?
Yeah, I didn't even bother.
The
to put it on
PFAS?
there. Yeah,
I really kind of like that. PFAS?
PFAS.
The toxic per and pfephenol forever chemical. What the hell does that mean?
That's what it's called. Forever
Like
chemicals.
forever?
Yep.
So you have something that never
Probably never
does-
breaks down. Never. You're probably stuck with it forever.
that's like a cockroach.
Kind of.
That doesn't sound good.
It's not good. It's bad. It's like I said.
So have you?
If you look at PFAS, there's like 2 pages on this thing. I didn't.
We need to
wasn't
do
in
this.
copy
We need to
photo,
find
but-
some ants. We did this in like grade school. So we need to find some ants. I don't know where ants are, but I'm sure they're in our field. So you take a stick of butter.
Yeah.
And you take like, we did a tub, but we were in grade school. So like a chunk of vegetable, like country crock or whatever.
Right.
Put it out there. Let the ants eat it. Right? They will not eat the country crock. They will eat the butter.
Really.
They will not touch the other stuff. It's
Interesting.
so crazy. Like they go around it and they're all checking it out. Yeah, it was super cool.
Okay. Yeah. Protein powder. Okay.
Hey, I got some strawberry stuff.
You
It's
got-
really not good.
You got to watch your protein powders too.
There's so much stuff in them.
I looked at. It took me what, a month before I found one that I actually was okay with.
Yeah, and it's not cheap. Thanks, Rob.
Protein powder's not cheap.
Well, no, and it tastes terrible.
Not the one I've got.
It tastes terrible.
The one you got for free.
Oh, they
tastes like
both taste
shit.
terrible.
It was terrible.
But they still both taste terrible.
So artificial colors, we all know about them. Red 3, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2, and green 3. All bad for you.
Isn't it red 40 that like they're all in this up in arms because it causes
ADHD.
autism or
like that.
ADHD or
that's-
something
that's-
weird?
They're saying a lot of this stuff has the potential to cause that.
Everything
So-
has the potential to cause this. You see all this crap we're putting in our body?
See,
What do you expect?
I knew Dad was going to defend his butter.
That's why your skin's so good, right, Dad? Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to find a good protein
They
powder
taste
that
terrible.
doesn't have
I
a
don't know.
bunch
I
of
still
shit in
probably
it.
would not like it, Andrea. Like I don't. All of them just taste. No.
Even muscle milk. Like I like a good muscle milk just
Yeah.
to like a quick snack, but that's got a lot of shit in it too. It's got the xanthan
Mhm.
gum in it. It's got a bunch of shit in it. You know, it's just
But again, what are you giving up
right.
for that quickness?
Health.
You should not eat that.
Artificial sweeteners affect hormones that regulate metabolism.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That I did not know.
Probably other things you didn't know about it too.
Yeah, I don't drink artificial.
Now, of course,
sweeteners.
your heavy metals, including mercury, lead.
cadmium and arsenic.
Thank you. I couldn't read that far.
Where's your aluminum?
No, it should be in there.
Aluminum
So-
vinyl sulfate or whatever the hell it was. Aluminum sodium.
So it's interesting.
They do all have a taste, Andrea. Like they have, and that's all I can taste. It's like an IPA. I can taste the hops.
So
Even though the hops aren't there, I can taste it.
I'm going to give everybody a project in the audience.
Oh, God.
So take a screenshot of this. And when you go grocery shopping next, when you pick stuff up,
Look for your PFAS.
track how much of the stuff is actually in the food that you buy. I'd be curious to know because Lindsay and I don't buy a lot of the box stuff or the canned stuff. So
But
what?
our prepared Sprouts things. How do we know it's in there?
They might. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Because it doesn't tell us.
It does tell you the ingredients on it.
It doesn't tell you all of it. It tells you whatever was.
I think on that bottom label, it tells you.
Some of the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes into everything, because what if that chicken salad or whatever came out of
sauce they use or whatever. Yeah, no, I got that.
Oh.
Yeah, take a screenshot of these 12 items, and next week's show, let us know if when you went shopping.
Let us know how many you used, how many you had.
I'd like to know. I'd be curious.
Just give us a number.
Because maybe
we will do it too.
Yeah. We're basing it off one meal that we made, right? So I'd be curious to see what other types of foods out there have it, because there's a lot of
meals it was
stuff.
in. Like we said, if you have this, if we had this just in one meal with 3 ingredients,
right?
If you have 3 meals a day with 3 ingredients, is that 9 times you're getting this?
Right.
And again, at what percentage? That thing said 2%. Well, what's 2% after all day?
And there are people doing this. So you think people that are on food stamps, people going the cheapest route they can to get the most bang for their buck, right?
Is it cheaper? We already found that.
But some things probably are. There's probably some processed foods that are cheaper.
Like ramen noodles?
That's a great example, because is not a quick lunch for a kid.
Well, and honestly,
what are they, 12 cents a pack or something?
I can tell you right now, back in the day, no, not really that far back, but you take ramen noodles, take a container of ramen noodles, throw that in a pot with some shredded chicken and a bag of vegetables. That shit's good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You got noodles, you got vegetables, you got meat, like it's all good. So how many families are doing that on a bigger level? They're doing 4 boxes of noodles. They're doing whatever, because it's quick, it's easy. And
it's super cheap. They're like 25 cents.
Oh, they're almost nothing. Yeah. You can buy a case of like 20 of them for $4 or something.
So,
but what is in those noodles that are made?
I got to find the video, but somebody did a drywall patch using ramen noodles.
Oh, it works real well. Well, I've done it before with like super glue and noodles. It works real good. It's great.
It was funny. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And we eat that shit?
And then you can not put anything in there with super glue.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, true. Good point. Touche. So artificial sweeteners, it's been a big craze. A lot of people, to try to get off sugar, right?
For the past 10 plus years, it's been real big.
So I did some research on it and found some interesting stuff. First of all, artificial sweeteners are not digested by the body
at all.
Interesting,
because they're artificial.
Right. Artificial sweeteners can be 200 to 1,400 times sweeter than real sugar.
It is. So you use, because we'll do this when we go to breakfast sometimes, because I like a little sweet in my coffee, especially because they always just have milk and ugh. So I'll do regular sugar, and I have to do like 2 or 3 sugar packets. But sometimes when they don't have sugar, I'll do the artificial sweeteners. I can't even use the whole packet. Like, it's so sweet.
Right. So this is what I found really interesting. So it affects your brain reward center differently than sugar does, because when you eat sugar, your brain, when you first taste it, your brain instantly senses sweet, right? Then your body, the way it hits your reward center, releases insulin, and your body knows how to break it down, right? It doesn't recognize it as sugar going into the body, but your brain's already released insulin because you taste the sweet initially.
And that's where your insulin's released from, is your tongue.
So you're pushing insulin into your body, which is effectively not doing anything. It's just floating around because it doesn't have the sugar to break down.
It is breaking down sugar. So the sugar from your bread that you ate, it's going to lower your blood sugar, because now it's hunting for all sugar instead of the sugar that came in through your mouth.
Right. Exactly.
That's bad.
Exactly. That is bad.
That's
let's say you've substituted sugar, period, with artificial sweeteners. You're doing this every meal you eat. Every time you have that artificial sweetener, this is what's happening. So it builds up insulin resistance in your body. To Dad's point earlier, not only obesity, but diabetes.
Yeah.
It leads people to diabetes.
Because your body now doesn't know what to do with that.
Right.
It will also change your gut bacteria, making our cells more insulin resistance. If this continually happens, it could lead to diabetes. So
Christine says, I use Sweet and Low or Splenda. Then any soda I drink is diet, which is supposed to be sugar free, but it
has artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, if you go in, you look at it, you have artificial sweeteners.
You have your
in there.
aspartames and your all that stuff. So yeah, definitely look at that, Christine. Kind of regulate it on your own. I know you don't really want to go back to regular sugar, but your body knows what to do with it.
Right.
So
I do want to do one of these shows just as a side thing. I want to do that experiment that shows how much sugar is actually in a can of Coke.
Oh,
or actually,
so
it's I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but I want to do it.
It's so much.
What I want to do is I want to say what your normal intake of sugar should be for the day. Okay, what your normal body should intake for sugar, and then
like what on a 1,500 calorie diet
on a 2,000 calorie diet.
Okay,
typical 2,000 calorie diet, and then see what's in one soda pop,
one soda,
or anything in that matter, a donut, whatever it is.
And even still, I think
and measure it out.
One can of soda is considered 2 servings.
Okay.
I think so. I haven't read a can of a soda in a long time, but I think it is 2 servings. So in each serving, they're going to tell you how much sugar it is.
Because it'll be 35 grams per serving.
Yeah.
Right. So now
there's how many servings?
70 grams.
Yeah.
In a can of Coke.
I can't even do it. All I have to say is when Coke will eat the battery acid off of your battery.
We'll use our little goblets that we have, the little wine glasses, and we'll fill it with sugar, and you can see the difference between the different foods. We should do that. That's a cool little experiment.
Foods, drinks. What do you want to do?
Let's do foods. I want to do foods because we're talking about more.
You want to do foods? You don't want to do drinks? I thought you wanted to do soda.
I mean,
soda isn't a food.
No, I know. I kind of want to do food.
Okay.
Because a lot of stuff you have, exactly. Because your body, again, your body doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and
that's the biggest problem.
Well, and who knows what it's even doing? If it's not digested by your body, is it holding on to it and shoving it into your fat? I mean, we don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it's doing. So.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Ooh.
So this was kind of neat. This is
Are we talking about hookers and Coke?
So this is a brain stand.
Oh, sugar and Coke.
Sugar and Coke. So
same effect.
These are your
reward cell.
Thank you. Your reward center.
For sugar.
Yeah.
And for cocaine.
Yep.
So sugar is there's my girl.
Hope sugar and salt isn't the same when you actually pay attention. Yep.
Everything is. And Catherine knows this. She had to go through this with all of her stuff. Like there's been, as soon as you start reading labels, it makes you disgusted. Like the stuff you've been eating, like Pop-Tarts, I didn't know that stuff was in there, but the stuff you've been eating forever that, oh, it's no big deal. Hot sauce. I love me some hot sauce. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like 100 hot sauces easily we got in this house. So this guy decides to go on the whole 30. Okay, well, I can't have this hot sauce. Okay, I can't have this hot sauce. He's getting rid of all my hot sauces. Like, it's hot sauce. Why is there so much crap in hot sauce? I don't understand.
And if you really want an awakening on what's in the food, go on the whole 30. It's a 30-day lifestyle change, but you have to eat everything. Everything's got to be natural.
Everything.
And you have to read all the ingredients because there's things that if it contains anything but natural ingredients, you can't have it.
There's a couple hot sauces just for those hot sauce lovers out there. There is some, so you're okay.
And yeah, soy sauce.
Any really sauces. Bad. We got to the point to where we couldn't use anything.
Even rubs, like dry rubs or some of the
shakers or in everything.
We started making our own just because we were trying to get off sugar.
Yeah.
And it's
because it does this to your brain.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, if we're going to do that, let's just do Coke.
So sugar is actually one of the most addictive substances you can have.
It's right behind. Is it right behind tobacco or right in front of tobacco?
I think it's in front of tobacco.
It's super close.
It's super addictive because you're affecting your reward center every time you have sugar. Your brain's going, hey,
let's do it again,
and you crave it more.
I mean, and they actually should we just go back to doing Coke?
They actually say that with the artificial sweeteners, your body, because it's not affecting that reward center like it should be, you crave more
because you're not getting
getting it. Right. So
it's like when you sit there and everybody's like, oh, I crave potatoes. Okay. Well, you're not really craving potato chips. You're craving the salt on potato chips. Mm. And that's kind of the way of breaking it down. So like, oh, I crave a Kit Kat. Oh, I crave whatever. You crave the sugar that goes with it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what you're thinking of. That's what you want.
So
Tabasco is like one of the best ones, right? That doesn't have anything else in it?
She said tobacco. It's in front of tobacco, not Tabasco.
Oh, okay.
But Tabasco is one of the better
I'm still on hot
ones.
sauce. I'm like,
But no,
Tabasco
seriously,
is
I
great.
mean, Whole30 is something I recommend to people because it's not a diet. So you can't call it a diet. It's really a lifestyle change. It's meant to do for 30 days, and it's basically
the huge one is meant to do for 30
days. It's a detox for your body. And what it does is it's supposed to help rule out your sensitivities, like people that are lactose intolerant, gluten, have issues like that. So people who have illnesses, chronic disease, they go on the Whole30 and they do this for 30 days and they see what gets better. Right.
And then you start adding things back.
And then you can slowly introduce that back. This is not meant to be a 60-day, 90-day, 120-day thing. It's a 30-day
30-day spout,
really.
Which isn't bad. It's 30 days. It's not terrible.
And I think I lost like 10 pounds when I did it.
Well, not even that, but like, so I have
felt better.
My autoimmune stuff. There's a bug in the studio.
Probably.
This fucker's driving me nuts. Like I keep seeing him and he sits there just before I get to mush him and then he drives. So I did it with my MS and I even noticed a difference. Like we don't eat terrible stuff. We don't do anything like that. So for me, it wasn't too bad. I don't put cream in my coffee. I use almond milk. So I didn't have anything really big like that. My biggest thing was the hot sauce. Like there was only like 4 hot sauces I could use, which were fine, but it took me forever to find them.
Yeah.
And then sauces that we put on our meat and stuff like that. That was huge.
It was.
You don't think about that stuff. You're like, oh, I'm just going to put this marinade on there. It'll be great. What's in that marinade?
Oh, it's tons of shit.
What's in there?
Even like I said, even your shakers you buy, like your grill shakers that have all the pepper in it. Oh my gosh. There's tons of sugar in it. What's the one in
the Traeger ones that are in the square box ones?
Yeah,
oh my God. Don't read the ingredients, y'all. Don't do it.
It has all kinds of stuff in it.
Delicious. Don't read them.
So Christine, I did hear that story. I never
watched the movie.
Did you?
He got forever ago.
Okay.
It's super old. So he literally did something else before then, like an exercise one or something before that. So it's good. We can watch it. I'm sure it's on Netflix for free. So he's from UK, England, something. I don't think he's here. He's from somewhere else. Correct me, Christine. I don't think he's here because he has an accent. He might have been here after and came from there, but he literally ate McDonald's 3 meals a day. Every day for 30 days.
Okay.
So, and he even tried to do like, oh, I'll do the salad shaker for lunch, or I'll do like the fruit and apple tarts for breakfast, like the yogurt and whatever for breakfast. He gained like 100 pounds. Like and it shows his video. Yeah, it's been a while. He shows his video the whole time through it. He gained so much weight. His doctor, and he was being monitored and everything. Yeah. His doctor told him like halfway to 3 weeks in, like, you have to stop. Yeah. Your blood pressure is terrible. Your weight gain is awful. Like, you're going to kill yourself. Mm-hmm. It was eye-opening to the fact that, and this was in 2004. Why are we still eating this?
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad. And he did something after, Christine. I'm not sure what he did. Again, whether it was a workout thing or something, like to lose the weight. Yeah, to get rid of it. But it was that same thing. Like, he dedicated himself 3 days a week to this. And then I do think he talked about how much it cost him at the end of it. Like how much he spent for this. But he'd do even like the healthier stuff and the like big, he'd do the Big Macs and stuff like that. But then he'd be like, oh, I'm going to do a salad shaker for lunch.
But even their salads, like you and I looked at the Sprouts salads and they're delicious, like the Caesar salad. But when you look at the calories in it and everything that's in
it's 1,100 calories.
What the hell? I'm going to go buy a bag of salad and throw some vinegar on it.
Well, and even still at 1,100 calories, would I not just have the chicken potatoes and whatever?
Right,
because it's the same amount.
Thing. Yeah. So you're not eating healthier by eating that salad.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
he did. He had liver failure.
Did he really?
I knew there was a ton of stuff just from eating this. So he started out, it's a really good movie. We'll have to watch it. So he started out at the very beginning, like did his whole workup and his blood draw. And he showed all this, like, here's where I'm starting at, right? Totally good, healthy, like 30 years old, maybe, Christine. I don't think he was very old. Totally fine. Everything good.
Why did he do it?
It was an experiment.
Okay.
I don't know what his intentions were. I mean, it was at the beginning of like indie films. So
Okay.
it was good though. He documented it every day, documented the doctor. He went to the doctor 2 or 3 times a week. Like it was a little disturbing.
Yeah, we had McDonald's maybe once a month growing up, and like you said, it was a treat. It was a Friday night, you know, after school.
Everybody's together. You have all the kids,
Go
or
get
you drive through the
McDonald's.
drive-through. Yeah, we would do.
It wasn't an every other day thing or an every day thing.
We would do our treat because it was just me, mom, and dad. Was Whataburger.
Okay, yeah, something.
And we would go like once a month, if that. We would poll. Like you didn't even get the in the poll. We would poll. So, yeah, we didn't get like there wasn't any.
But people do this stuff every day. I mean, or
well,
every
think about
other day.
it, or once a week even.
Yeah,
you have the kids on Thursday and you're picking them up from gymnastics, so you go by McDonald's.
We're gonna chicken.
Oh, but on Tuesday you have soccer, so you go by Wendy's.
Right, you're still.
Is that any different? No, it's the same stuff. It's coming from the same store.
Yep.
Same frozen stuff. They're all getting shipped. Somebody's just throwing something else on it. Like, this is bad. And we wonder why we have kindergartners who can't put their arms all the way down because they're so fat.
Yep. It's sad.
I was a little judgy. I'm sorry.
No, it's really sad. It's really childhood obesity is insane. It's absolutely insane.
When you don't have, what did we do growing up? We talk about this. Christine, you know this. What did y'all do growing up?
We're outside playing.
Were you inside?
No, we're outside playing all day.
No, and your ass was on your way home because you knew you were going to get in trouble for being up the road with Johnny.
Mm-hmm. No, we're definitely.
We were never in the house.
We're definitely. There's a slide on there later. You'll see.
After hookers and cocaine?
Yep.
Obesity over the years. Trends in obesity among adults ages 20 and over. And youth 2 to 19. Oh, so the youth is the green one and the adults are the top one.
We went from 13.9
for kids
to 18.5. That's huge.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's almost 20%. 2 out of 10 kids are obese.
Yep.
What is your definition of obese?
I think it's a BMI over.
You're good.
I think it's a BMI over 25.
Fuck, I'm obese.
I'm considered obese too, but yeah, I think it's a BMI.
I can put my arms down. We're good.
Maybe, Catherine, do you know? I think it's a BMI over 25 considers you obese. Anything like around 30, you're morbidly obese.
Oh God.
At that point.
My bug's over there. I can see him. Fucker.
They have growth hormones that are used in meats, which has adverse effect on our children, 100%.
What the hell is our freaking lab-grown meat's going to do?
Exactly.
What are the hormones in that?
Yeah.
Do we even have any idea? Have we
think
seen it
anybody
yet?
knows.
I want to go to the store and see if I can find it.
You're pretty suspect over that chicken that night, though. You're like,
I was like, this is pressed chicken. This is not real chicken.
Is this lab grown?
This is chicken feet and talons and tongues and. Ugh.
You determine your BMI easily. Yeah, it's your weight.
I don't even know my weight.
It's your weight minus your age is your BMI, if I remember correctly.
We're gonna look and see how fat I am. Oh, it's so bad. Don't do it. I'm a female. How tall am I?
Is it by weight? Is it by height too?
I don't know. They're making me put it in. Wait, 218. The last time I checked.
BMI.
Calculate. Intermittent fasting. Bitch, I don't need to know that.
It's going to give you
Oh, shit, I'm fat.
It's going to give you all these.
Obese.
It's going to give you all these.
30.4.
It's by height as well. Okay. That's right. I couldn't remember the formula. It's been a while since I've had to do the formula.
What do I need to get to? 14? That's cute.
Is that what they're saying?
Oh, no, hold on. That's not me. 12. Oh, 12. It's even better.
It can't be 12.
12.2. 12.12 is what they want me to be, and I'm at 30.4. Yeah.
Everybody's doing their BMI now.
Have a taco. Fuck it.
Everybody's doing their
Don't even do
BMI.
it. It's totally good, Felipe. We're gonna get tacos tomorrow.
It's
Fuck it. I don't
depressing.
even care.
But also, you got to remember too. So
No,
what?
12? Are you serious?
One of the bad things about BMI is it doesn't take into account muscle mass.
See?
So
Oh.
it just bases it
So I
off.
could just, okay. So I'm not fat?
We all need to get our own farm growing vegetables, raise cattle, and meat, eggs, and milk. I agree, 100%.
I'm working on my
100%.
garden right now.
There is a difference. From
I did it as a woman.
but they're inaccurate because they don't account for muscle. So that's because muscle weighs more than fat. So
I don't really think that's a problem.
Go on.
I'm gonna have more tacos. Tacos tomorrow.
So look at the spike in diabetes over the years. Is that not a huge spike?
So the percentage is in green. The age adjusted percentage is in blue. So starting in 1982, we were at 2.5, just under 3%. Okay. Now, it only goes to 2016. We are at 7.5%. And 6.5 for age adjusted. That's bad. So, do you think, because when was that huge spike? That was 96 to 2008. What were we pushing?
Yeah.
Fake sugars.
And go back to obesity. It's got the same trend, right?
Fake sugars. What do we do with it? We don't do anything with it.
Did it give you years on the obesity?
I don't know.
See if it gives you years.
Yep.
So is it
1990 to 2015, 16. So 2016, which is the end, we're at 7.5 and 6.5. And 15, 16, which is the end, we're at 39.6 and 18.5. But again, if we're giving these children diet sodas, diet juices, diet everything, go to Felipe. Woo, woo. Can you put your arms down? It's a question. Exactly.
Yes.
And
100%.
that's
100%.
all that it is.
Convenience.
We're paying for the convenience. What are we giving up? Same as our political situation. We gave up things because we didn't want to deal with them. And now what have we given up?
Wow, you just totally went off the rails, didn't you?
And we're down the rabbit hole.
That's about that time.
Just putting that out there.
All right.
Okay.
We still got a lot to cover tonight. So let's get to this.
Age-adjusted death rates for the 10 leading causes of death per 100,000 in 2017.
Couldn't find anything recent.
Pre-Rona, just so we know.
It's pre-Rona.
So not Rona. Heart disease. So doesn't have age, right?
No, this is just leading cause of death.
Okay. Heart disease, 165. Cancer, 152, which again, look at all the stuff we're eating and putting in our body that causes cancer. Unintentional injuries, people doing dumb shit. That is probably not going to change. That's probably about the same. Chronic lower respiratory diseases, 40%. Stroke, 37. Alzheimer's, 31. I would love to watch Alzheimer's and see how it has changed, if any of these chemicals are actually affecting our brain. Because that one talked about neurological diseases.
Yeah, I'm sure they are 100%, especially like the ADHD and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pumping it into our kids. 100%.
Well, and how does that affect you later in years? What does that actually do to your brain?
Right.
So diabetes, 21.5, influenza, pneumonia, 14, suicide, 14, and kidney disease, 13. So again, suicide and unintentional diseases or unintentional injuries. That's just
so I put this graph on there for a reason, not because of any of the other stuff, mainly heart disease and cancer. This all stems from what our lifestyles and what we eat. That's the biggest thing.
Well, and again, like we read, all of those ingredients are in everything. So we're putting that in our bodies 1 to 2 to 3 meals a day in every piece of that meal. Let alone, let's look at your creamers. Let's look at that stuff in between, your juices, your teas, your Gatorades that you're drinking in between. So how many times are you putting that in your body?
A lot throughout the day.
Ew. Oh, wrong button. Sorry.
Keep going.
My microphone's in the way. I can't see.
All right, so let's
news of the week.
Let's blow through the news because we're running out of time. So let's
news of the week. Guess what? Donald Trump won. Y'all suck. Bye.
Yes, that's a big topic this week. Donald Trump.
Nikki Haley
took Iowa. Nikki Haley made a stupid statement the other day. But
She's
we'll talk
such a
about that next
dumbass.
week.
That's why I never liked her to begin with, y'all.
Whatever.
DeSantis and Vivek.
Actually, I have more respect for him right now.
I like him. He's good.
Like him now.
Top news stories of the week. I have a news story that's probably not on your news stories.
Probably not.
The Gilbert goons that were murdering everybody in Santan Valley.
Yeah.
4 of those fuckers are in jail.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We didn't read. I got way too excited.
So cancer cases expected to hit record high in 2024. Again, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about. There's another component of that we can't talk about on this show, but we will talk about it on Rumble exclusive, which will be in a couple weeks.
The X Factor. So
this is interesting too. So the silent epidemic eating away Americans' minds. The initial link between screen time and poor mental health was spotted through generational studies by Jean Twenge, who has a doctorate in psychology and a professor of psychology at San Diego State University. So now if you look at the next chart, this talks about, as again, we talked about from back in the day, how did we live to now, and this only goes to 2015 and 2017, right? But look at the huge,
wow, look at that spike, 2013 and up, major depressive episodes. So first of all, they talk about like the actual colors in the screen,
right?
So they tell you the blue light and all this other stuff messes with your eyes. So you have to turn it on, you have to adjust it, all this kind of thing. Our phones, we usually don't have it adjusted because you're just kind of on it. So me and Keith both have separate tablets that we watch before bed.
Right.
I have mine turned off, like my blue light and all that crap turned off, so it doesn't affect my mind. But you have to physically go in and turn it off. Mm-hmm. It's super crazy. So like my phone doesn't because I'm usually on it during the day, but it affects how you sleep. Like if I scroll through my phone, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get on my tablet, like it calms me because it's a different lighting. So I wonder if that has to actually do with our mental health.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it absolutely does.
Plus, we're not interacting with humans. So, there's that.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting graph. I thought that was kind of.
So internet use per hours per day. That's crazy.
Yep.
Okay. Trump's legal opponent arrested on federal charges.
This was interesting. I read this today.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
In a wild turn of events, John Anthony Castro, the man who has been chasing former President Donald Trump around the whole country, suing him from state to state.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one trying to get him kicked off the ballots. Oh, I didn't know it was a dude. Suing him from state to state in order to get him kicked off the ballot has just himself been arrested for several alleged felonies. Last week, Mr. Castro was arrested on federal tax charges, and according to federal prosecutors, he was charged with 33 counts of helping others prepare false tax returns. So is he a tax guy? What does he do? What's his job? Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, just randomly doing people's taxes. The allegation here is that Mr. Castro was running a virtual tax business, that he was giving his customer tax returns far beyond what they were owed. Why didn't we call him? I mean, I could use some stuff.
For your renter?
Yeah. I could use some stuff, bro.
There was something, and I didn't get to read it, John. I don't know if you saw this on this story or not, but something he was going to actually run on the ticket for president. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Something. Yeah. I think his name was on there, but he had no financial contributions or anything like that. So it was.
How did your name even get on there?
Yeah.
Who did you pay to get printed?
It was interesting. I didn't read all the way through. I didn't have time to read all the way through, but I thought that was interesting. All right, hold on. We're not doing quiz of the week.
We're not doing quiz of the week yet.
I got our hooker of the week story.
I'm ready. I'm so excited for this. It's supposed to be really good.
It is really good.
I'm ready.
So
what's the email?
So let me pull that up.
Okay,
so,
hooker first.
Yeah, let's do hooker, then we'll do email. Okay.
And then highway signs. There's a lot over there.
I'll do the highway sign first because John said that to me, so I looked it up. Thought this was. I also found another component to this, John, after I did the research on it. So, U.S. Federal Highway Administration has given states 2 years to implement all the changes outlined in its new 1,100-page manual released last month, including rules that spells out how signs and other traffic control devices are regulated. Administration officials said overhead electronic signs with obscure meanings, reference to pop culture, or those intended to be funny, will be banned in 2026 because they can be misunderstood or disturbing to drivers. Well, apparently they got a lot of kickback on this, and there was apparently some backpedaling, and they're saying it's not a demand, it was a recommendation. So when I read a news article, it was actually here in Arizona.
Up and don't
yeah, they want to stop all that because they say it's distracting to drivers. So, but yeah, when I read the Arizona article, they said that because Katie Hobbs is all pissed off about it, everybody's pissed off about it. So,
but the sign up there that says like silver blah blah blah, and you're reading this thing because it's so in depth, is more distracting than put your blinker on.
And that's the point exactly.
Okay, so sorry.
All right, here's our hooker of the week. Really, not much has to be said until you watch the video. So, let me know your reaction.
I'm ready.
To my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, let's be honest with immigrants who deserve better than what you're offering them. Don't welcome immigrants if you plan to reject them. If you keep pushing your bigoted H.R. 2 bill, then also pass this bill. I've taken the liberty of drafting it for you. It removes the Statue of Liberty, our largest symbol that tells people to come here. This is who you are, removing the fabric of America. So I want to know which Republican who supports and voted for H.R. 2 will introduce this bill.
I was waiting for Lindsay's face.
What the?
I was waiting for Lindsay's face. This guy is a fucking tool.
What the hell is he even talking about?
So I wish I had time to get into it tonight, but we don't. I pulled up the bill and I was reading through the bill, and I think we're actually going to do a special on this, you and I.
There's a lot of specials that need to get done right now. I'm just saying.
We're gonna read through the bill because I was reading through
the HR 2 bill or the one.
Yeah, the one he's not the Statue of Liberty one.
Oh, I'm like, we're taking down the Statue of Liberty.
He's a fucking idiot. The guy's an idiot. Yeah. So
here's your sign.
So it's this douchebag, Democrat Representative Maxwell Frost.
Okay, can I just first say, dude, you have a girl's name? I'm so sorry.
So yeah, so I had to throw that in there. Dad was telling me about it. So I wanted to put that in there, but yeah.
Like what does the HR 2 bill get? Because the beginning part I was with, I'm like, okay, if you're going to bring in immigrants and not take care of them, like why bring them in? But then he lost me with his whole thing.
The Statute of Liberty has nothing to do with people coming here illegally. And in no way, shape, or form that I could read so far. Maybe somebody read more into the bill. I actually have it pulled up on your thing. But like I said, I don't want to get into it. There's a lot to read. Don't get in there.
Don't do it.
But just from what I was reading too, it talked about funding the border wall, talked about giving some additional funding to border patrol.
Good things.
There was a couple things in there. Not
Both
once did it say we don't want people to come to this country. So the guy's a fucking idiot. He's a typical Democrat, and he's twisting shit around. So I think you and I are going to do a special video on the bill and read through the bill.
Yeah.
Seriously, I was like,
he's been eating too much of that TBHQ stuff.
When I watched the video, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So,
wow.
So you asked about the email. So the email's from my dad.
Oh God.
And he, like a lot of other people, are getting extremely frustrated with things. So I wanted to take the liberty and share this with you guys because I think everybody probably has the same opinion. So I'll let Lindsay read it because she reads it better than I.
So there are some Republicans who say they will vote for Biden over Trump if they run against each other. They claim Trump is a threat to our democracy. You have to be fucking kidding me. Why would you choose Biden, a Democrat, the party that supports the woke agenda, the party that promotes transgender surgery for minors, the party who supports pornography in our classrooms, the party that suggests taking away parental rights and giving those rights to our government, the party who wants to destroy our First and Second Amendment rights, the party that now embraces Marxism? Just how stupid are these people? Or are they just complicit in the effort to tear down our republic?
Hence Mr. Frost suggesting you take down the Statue of Liberty.
So I have a different way of looking at that. I truly think, which is super sad, that there are so many Democrats who are being fed what the freaking news is feeding them,
right,
who are not doing their research, who have no idea about the border and what's going on over there, who truly have no idea what is going on except for what they are fed. And that's Trump's bad and Biden's great, because they're not watching him speak. They're not watching him for real. They're watching the snippets they do of his 2 seconds of sanity and saying, oh, he's doing great.
Yeah.
And then they're watching everything saying, oh, we're just dealing with inflation because Trump screwed it up. Oh, we're just whatever. That's literally all they see. So how are you going to know what's going on? I think there is so many people that are in that bucket that truly have no idea what's going on.
I just think people are idiots. I really do.
That's absolutely.
I think people here I'll reword that. People are so what's the word I want to use?
Naive?
No, they're so fired up. Everything, like the Democrats, the left is scared of Trump. And that's going to be our next week's episode. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why are these guys so afraid of Trump? We know why, but we're going to talk about it. But I just think they're going to do anything they can to destroy him because they're so afraid of him.
They've been doing it even while he wasn't in office.
But
like the last 4 years, why are you even fucking with him? Let him be. He's not president. Why are you even chasing him down?
And they feed the bullshit. Like MSNBC, I could have pulled like 6 videos from MSNBC, CNN. I mean,
that are not true.
But not true. But these guys clearly hate Biden now. Like they're talking how bad Biden is. Yeah, it's like you'd rather vote for him than Trump.
Yep.
If Trump does it. I mean,
it's so bad. It's just
that's how bad we become.
I don't even, yeah.
Like again, I'll go back to what Bongino always says. I don't fall in love with politicians. I fall in love with the results. Yep. Who's going to run the country the way we fucking need it to? Right now, it's not being done that way.
No.
And for the people who can't see it, like the guy that commented on our coffee table post, he wrote this big long fucking thing, which we're going to dig into maybe next week. Also, it's like, how do you guys not see this?
How do
people not see this?
With what you're being fed, are you truly just fine with what you're being fed? I mean, when these gas prices are $1.50 more than what they were, are you really just like, yeah, it's just him doing it? How do you not think that, 2 years, 4 years later, we're dealing with something he did 4 years ago? Does that make sense?
And they come on saying that, Trump raised our deficit more than Biden has. We're at $33 trillion right now. Every fucking president over the years has increased our debt.
Every time, no matter who you are.
Doesn't matter who it is. But Biden's on this spending frenzy right now. And, and Felipe, I agree. I said it last week on the show too. Everybody has to go vote. But you got to do your own research.
Do your own research. Stop listening to the TV. Stop listening to Facebook. Stop listening to Instagram and Twitter and fucking everybody else. Go do your own research. Because honestly, maybe you do agree with whomever's coming up on the Democratic side. You need to make that choice for yourself.
And here's the thing.
You need to look into it yourself.
Do the research, but don't do the research by listening to news outlets. Not even Fox. Don't listen to Fox. Don't listen.
All of them are schmucks.
Do your own research, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The next probably 4 or 5 months, you're going to see our channel, all these other conservative channels
are going to
start getting censored again.
Well,
we're coming up to the election. It's going to happen. So,
but even still, then you're going to start noticing all your prices drop. Oh, look what I just did to gas. It's
we just saw that,
nice.
Yeah.
Look at house prices. Interest rates are dropping.
I know.
So look at all the stuff. This is all the stuff that's going to come up.
The inflation rate's dropping
last 3
too.
fucking years?
The inflation rate's dropping, and that's what the left wants you to hear. But when you listen to,
because that's all they're going to look at is, oh, look at the interest rates are lower now. Bitch, what's it been for the last 3 years?
But when you listen to economists, they're saying this is the calm before the storm. It's going to get
always
bad.
Always is. It is honestly, it is every time there's any sort of voting that comes up. But what are we doing? Like, we can't live this way. We can't talk about financial stability on a single family home. Like, how do you buy a house with that? There's no way.
It's crazy.
How do you even pay for food if you have kids, God forbid? You're buying this stuff. That's what it is.
Should we do the quiz or not do the quiz? What do you think? Because we're out of time.
Is it a good quiz?
You guys want to do the quiz? No, it's on health stuff. Let's poll the audience. You guys want to hang on and do the quiz, or should we cut
I like the quiz.
I know you like the quiz. You love the quiz.
I do.
Let's see if people want to play. If they don't want to play, we'll call it.
Christine's going to play the quiz.
Okay.
Felipe will play the quiz. Andrew will play the quiz.
All right,
Andrew says sure.
All right, we'll do the quiz. Quiz of the week.
Just all of our people will stay with us 10 more minutes. What is the leading cost?
Try it again.
What is the leading cost of leasing? Maybe we shouldn't do the quiz. Did I just snort on microphone? Oh God!
What is the leasing? You let me do it too. Stop it. You suck.
What is the leading cause of death in the United States? Primarily driven by chronic diseases.
I can't wait to start drinking again.
Then at least you'll have an excuse. Oh, infectious diseases, accidents, chronic diseases, and cancer. There's one on there that's not, should be on there.
True. I didn't make the quiz.
The VV.
Yeah. What is the leading cause of death in the United States? Primarily driven by chronic diseases.
I like primarily driven by chronic diseases, and the answer is chronic diseases.
You don't want that?
That's just funny.
I think everybody's going to agree with you on that one. Oh, wait, who went A?
Mama Cat.
Andrew went infectious disease. All right,
what
go
is
ahead.
Okay.
The answer is
chronic diseases.
Chronic disease. Trick question.
I'm like, tell it to you. Which of the following is considered a chronic disease?
Okay, there we go.
Influenza, common cold, diabetes, or food poisoning? Diabetes.
You going with that? I don't know why food poisoning made the list. That's kind of weird.
Could be chronic. Your dumbass keeps eating those spoiled tacos.
It would be chronic. Influenza could be chronic.
Could be. Cold. I don't know if cold would be
Not
chronic.
Really. All right, so what do we got? We got
the diabetes.
We got 3 C's.
Sorry.
3 C's. Sorry, Lindsay's
4
going.
C's.
Lindsay's going a little fast on this one.
So sorry. Keith said we're out of time.
We've been out of time for 10 minutes now.
Have we ever been on time?
No, we have. There's been a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
It should just be a 2-hour show.
Yeah, we should just let it go. I don't know. Let it go. Let it go.
All right, what percentage of adults in the United States is estimated to have hypertension, high blood pressure? Is it 10%, 25%, 40%, or 50%? Why are you looking at me? Wow, I'm getting a look.
Gee, honey, I don't know.
What percentage of adults in the United States is estimated to have hypertension, high blood pressure? 10%, 25%, 40%, or 50%?
I'm going to go 40.
You going 40?
Not half, but I'm going to go almost half. Okay. Look at what we eat. Sodium, salts, and everything.
You got 2 B's and 2 C's right now.
2 B's, 2 C's. I'm going to go C. 3 B's, 3 C's, 2 B's. B's and the C's.
Are you calling it?
Told me to wait.
I want to see if anybody else puts in a guess.
Where's Felipe? Felipe!
That's going to be.
Dad, you make it higher than B. Come on now.
Felipe's going C with a question mark.
C. Hot C!
Isn't that crazy?
No.
I think it's crazy.
No.
I mean, it's not surprising, but I think it's crazy.
No. Felipe cheated, and Christine said, shame on you.
How did he cheat?
I don't know, but he said he cheated.
Oh.
2C, I cheated. And Christine's like, shame on you. Which age group is more likely to be affected by chronic diseases in the United States?
This was interesting.
Ooh, which age group?
Yep. Which age group? 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 64.
I'm going to go see.
You don't think chronic disease would show up in older?
Oh, no, I think it's going to, but I think it's going to show up earlier, and then you're going to get like above 60s.
Okay. So you're thinking that 40 range?
35 to 40. Yeah, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Okay. That's
Or you could have me at like 21 who decides to be crazy.
right. So we have a D and 2
But there's
Cs.
not many of me.
We have a D, 2 Ds and 2 Cs.
I am considered chronic. Do you know that?
Mhm.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm going to go see. Who's going to see with me? Christine? Andrea?
Yep. What do you got, Felipe?
Everybody else
don't
is
cheat.
going
Don't
to come on,
cheat this
Felipe.
time,
No
Felipe.
cheating.
Don't cheat.
He's going to chat GBT.
Thinking the older
40s,
you get.
thinking the older you get.
That was kind
I
of
agree with that, but I don't think so. Oh,
It is 45 to 64.
how much though?
I don't know.
That's what lifestyle factor is often associated with an increased risk of chronic disease? Regular exercise, see, you know?
Yeah, right. That makes you sick.
Healthy diet makes you sick too.
Smoking or insufficient sleep?
Ooh. Sleep is really good for you.
It's really important too.
It's really important. I don't know how it is on the disease side. I mean, smoking makes disease, but it only takes like one.
Christine just knocking it out. C and D.
C and D. Done. Don't do either of those.
Which lifestyle factor is often associated with an increased risk of chronic disease? Often is the key
Often
word.
is our word.
Yeah, often is the key word.
I'm gonna go sleep. I'm not right, am I? Being you don't have, I know it's terrible.
C.
I'm gonna go D. Am I the only one going D?
No,
I mean, Christine said
went
C and D,
C
but
and
she
D.
can't pick two. It's not. You told me it's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
I'm going D.
Actually, it's smoking. Smoking is
Of course it is.
more of a leading cause
Often.
of chronic.
That's why often is a key word.
That's why it's a key word. Hey, spell it out. What is the leading
You
cause?
wrote it, of course you spelled
Why
it
can't I
out.
say
Really?
leading tonight? We can't say leading.
What is your leading
Cause of
cause?
death in the United States by disease? We just had that little chart up there. If you remember, is it cancer? Is it heart disease, diabetes, or stroke? What is the leading cause of
you think
death?
I paid
in the
attention
United
for
States
that?
by disease? Was it cancer, heart disease, diabetes, or stroke?
It wasn't stroke. That was the bottom. Diabetes was at the bottom.
We got 2 B's so far. We got 3 B's,
I think it was heart disease. I think cancer was second.
4 B's.
BBs.
Everybody's going B. Say Mike Super Hard Show.
There we go, Mike. You're a little late. I think it was heart disease and then cancer. I'm gonna go B.
You going B?
We're going B.
Go B.
B. Woo!
My cup is Zen. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Which of the following chronic diseases has shown a significant increase in prevalence in recent years?
Prevalence.
Prevalence. Asthma, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's. Ooh.
In recent years.
Democratism isn't up there. Okay, sorry. I would think that's, a chronic disease.
Which of the following chronic diseases has shown a significant increase in prevalence in the recent years? Asthma, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's disease, or Parkinson's?
Oh. Asthma's been around forever. Osteoporosis has been around forever. If you're a woman, you're having it. I'm sorry. Alzheimer's got really bad. I don't know about Parkinson's. I mean, Parkinson's has always just kind of been there.
Yep.
I don't know if it's gotten
Man, we got a variety, man. Just on this
worse
one.
or better.
Definitely. have a
I'm going
variety.
C because, yeah, like Felipe says, all the chemicals, like
Yeah.
it is fucking with our brain.
That's what we talked about. Yeah. So what is it?
Do you agree with me? You know the answers.
I do. That's why I don't say anything.
Ha!
So it was Alzheimer's. Yeah, it's getting
It
bad.
was already bad already. Like now it's getting worse. That's fucking awesome.
They're saying the numbers are going up.
It's great. It's awesome. It's good stuff. Makes me feel so much better.
What percentage of adults in the U.S. are estimated to have diabetes? This is interesting. Is it 5%?
Didn't we talk
10%,
about this earlier?
15%, or 25%? It was one of the charts.
No, I mean, wasn't it a question at the beginning?
No,
What was the 40%? I thought that was diabetes.
it wasn't diabetes. No.
So may not have diabetes. I'm gonna go 25.
Yeah, what percentage of adults in the U.S. are estimated
It's a
to
shit
have
ton.
diabetes? 5%, 10%, 15%, or 25%?
Going D.
Too many.
Andrea's with me.
Going
Mike's
D.
with me.
Going
Yeah, it's a
down.
shit ton.
Oh, we got a C. My comes in and says C.
Freaking 100%. I know, Mike. Seriously, like everybody has diabetes. It's so bad. D, B. Christine's going for B.
Good variety, guys. Good variety of
I
answers.
don't know if
I
it's
like
that. I really think it's like higher. I honestly want to say it's higher than 25%, but it's my highest I can go.
You're gonna be surprised.
It's like 2. It's 5%.
Two's not even a choice.
It's like 5. Shut up. Tell me limiting. Ha! I'm not surprised.
25%. That's fucking with you.
D25, all the sugars. I wasn't paying attention to the earlier chart. Felipe can't just make shit up.
Good job. Christine, you're probably right. That's an estimate. It probably is higher.
I'm sure it is. Like that's a lot. Because I just remember out of all my patients, more than half of them would need to have their sugar checked. And yes, it could be because of medications. It could have been for whatever, but it was a lot.
Well, the question then becomes type 1 versus type 2, right?
That's
I
true
mean,
too.
we're
But
seeing-
even still, like, is it a medication issue that pushed you into this? Is
Right.
it a disease? Is it something else that pushed you into this?
So what age group tends to have higher rates of obesity in the United States? Is it children and adolescents, young adults 18 to 24, middle age 45 to 64, or older adults 65 and above? What do we
I'm not
think?
in that chart.
What age group tends to have higher rates of obesity in the United States?
The ones eating tacos.
The ones eating tacos. The ones that eating country crock instead of regular butter, right?
Oh, we got to do that. We should do it and see if the gophers eat it.
Yeah, we're good. Does it kill them?
I don't know, but can we put something on them that'll kill him? That'd be good.
Man, that's a big.
I really am gonna
big
say
spread
A.
again. We got a big spread on questions here. Love it. Love all the different
Ooh,
answers.
Felipe has a good C though. 9C, older plus stress equals comfort foods.
That's an interesting way of thinking about that, honestly.
Super horse such as me. Mike, if you watched earlier in the show, apparently I am very obese. My number is supposed to be like 12 and I'm 30. So what happened? Just saying.
What are you going with?
I don't know. Felipe's comfort foods kind of makes me want to go for middle age, but I was going for children. I'm gonna go children. Anybody else go children? Cup of Zen went with me. We're going children.
Remember that chart.
I didn't pay attention.
Middle age, 45 to 64.
See, comfort foods.
That's a good
Tacos.
rationale there, Ralph. Felipe. I like that.
Tacos make you feel good. I'm just saying.
All right, this should be easy. What lifestyle factor is a significant contributor to the prevalence of obesity in the United States?
Tacos.
Tacos. I should put that. I should have put that as an answer. Tacos. Regular exercise,
That's what I would have picked.
drinking
I
whiskey,
Tacos.
sedentary behavior and poor diet, or insufficient sleep.
Whiskey and tacos.
Whiskey and tacos.
It's a real problem.
It's a real problem.
Although it's really good.
I think everybody's gonna go see on this one, probably.
Yeah. I mean, sleep still has huge to do with it. I wouldn't say that it is your significant factor.
Right. Sleep is huge, man. It'll mess your body. Stress will mess your body,
But if you drink whiskey and eat tacos, you sleep fine.
and you don't stress.
Don't stress.
Possibly.
I don't stress when I eat tacos.
All right. What's our answer?
Tacos.
It is sedentary behavior and poor diet.
So you should put tacos on.
I should put that. I'll do that next time for you.
You didn't think about that. The end. You're done.
You're done. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in with us. We appreciate it this week. Next week, we're going to have a really special show because we're going to have a special guest on.
I thought
next
about
week.
your.
We're going to have two special guests on next week. I'm not saying. See what happens when you're not around?
I'm supposed to be here. Who are we talking to?
You'll find out next week.
Are they coming here?
No.
Oh.
It'll be remote. All right. So we got a good show for you next week, guys. We're going to talk
people I
about,
know?
going to talk about why the Democrats hate Donald Trump and why they're so afraid of him.
That we're talking about next week?
Yep.
Is this what happens when I go to work and I leave you home?
You go to work.
Shit.
All right, everybody, please
Did
go
you
like.
see my cup?
Please go like, share, and subscribe to us on Rumble or YouTube, preferably Rumble. Don't forget to go check out our website.
We're gonna get kicked off of YouTube real soon.
YouTube's going to be short-lived, and where the hell's my website? Please don't forget to go check out our website at ctcpatriot.com.
Where the hell is my website?
You can find links to all our shows and our merch on there. So,
oh,
love you to go
and
check
I
it
was
out.
telling people that like we're on Spotify. Did our Spotify numbers go up?
I think they have a little bit.
Oh,
They
so
have.
we're just talking to people.
Yeah, that's what happens. All right, guys.
Talk to people. I know.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.